Hello, today I will read Exodus chapter 36. In chapter 35 we saw that God choose, not choose, God led the people to bring to the Lord offerings. It was no, or it was not a command, but for their wish, their heart, what they wanted, and it was very interesting, very nice idea. Now let's continue with chapter 36. All of the master, craftsmen, and designers. He has filled them with skills to do all kinds of work as craftsmen, designers, embroiderers in blue, purple and scarlet yarn, and fine linen, and weavers. All of them master craftsmen and designers. There was few people choose who had the Spirit of God by the ability to teach others, and not just to teach others what they know, what they already know, and to be very skillful in what they do. Now let's continue. So Bezalel, Oholiab, and every skilled person to whom the Lord has given skill and ability to know how to carry out all the work of constructing the sanctuary, are to do the work just as the Lord has commanded. Then Moses summoned Bezalel and Oholiab and every skilled person to whom the Lord had given ability and who was willing to come and do the work. So, if you have an ability of everything, of sport, of drawing, of music, of all of domains are included, or almost. Maybe they are from God, the skill that you are gifted. And every skilled person to whom the Lord had given ability and who was willing to come and do the work. And if you have a skill of something, use it for God's work. Find it a way to do that. To direct your skill into the God work. They received from Moses all the offerings the Israelites had brought to carry out the work of constructing the sanctuary. And the people continued to bring freewill offerings morning after morning. So all the skilled craftsmen who were doing all the work on the sanctuary left their work and said to Moses, "The people are bringing more than enough for doing the work the Lord commanded to be done." Then Moses gave an order, and they sent this word throughout the camp: "No man or woman is to make anything else as an offering for the sanctuary." And we see that attitude from the people. The people are telling Moses that the people are bringing more than enough. If NGO get so much money, more than enough, will they say such things like, "This is more than enough? Stop, please stop." No, they were, "Oh, okay, I will make another center. I will construct more and more and more and more." Or for myself, "Oh, there's never more than enough." But here, it depends on what domain or what NGO, on what do you want, or what do yeah. Okay. Then Moses gave an order, and they sent this word throughout the camp. No man or woman is to make an, and it's not bad if you want to develop the NGO, but if is more than enough ones, sometimes you must say stop. You must not make a barn or it's a subject of discussion. But look at this attitude of them. No man or woman is to make anything else as an offering for the sanctuary. And so the people were restrained from bringing more, because what they already had was more than enough to do all the work. All the skilled men among the workmen made the tabernacle with 10 curtains of finely twisted linen and blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, with cherubim worked into them by a skilled craftsman. All the curtains were the same size, 28 cubits long and 4 cubits wide. 28 and 4. They joined 5 of the curtains together and did the same with the other 5. Then they made loops of blue material along the edge of the end curtain in one set, and the same was done with the end of curtain in the other set. They also made 50 loops on one curtain and 50 loops on the end curtain of the other set, with the loops opposite each other. Then they made 50 gold clasps and used them to fasten the 2 sets of curtains together so that the tabernacle was a unit. They made curtains of goat hair for the tent over the tabernacle, 11 altogether. All 11 curtains were the same size, 30 cubits long and 4 cubits wide. They joined 5 of the curtains into one set and the other 6 into another set. Then they made 50 loops along the edge of the end curtain in one set and also along the edge of the end curtain in the other set. They made 50 bronze clasps to fasten the tent together as a unit. Then they made for the tent a covering of ram skins dyed red, and over that a covering of hides of sea cows. They made upright frames of acacia wood for the tabernacle. Each frame was 10 cubits long and a cubit and a half wide. With 2 projections set parallel to each other. They made all the frames of the tabernacle in this way. They made 20 frames for the south side of the tabernacle and made 40 silver bases to go under them. 2 bases for each frame, 1 under each projection. If you are in the domain of construction or of architecture or something, all of those the width, the length, and there you can discover some patterns, some things that it might help you, and to understand the structure of what God wanted, because God was involved in everything here, so it's very beautiful. It's very wow thing, and you can learn more. You can learn much more than They made out the frames of the tabernacle in this way. They made 20 frames for the south side of the tabernacle and made 40 silver bases to go under them, 2 bases for each frame, 1 under each projection. For the other side, the north side of the tabernacle, they made 20 frames and 40 silver bases, 2 under each frame. They made 6 frames for the far end, that is, the west end of the tabernacle, and 2 frames were made for the corners of the tabernacle at the far end. At these 2 corners, the frames were doubled from the bottom all the way to the top and fitted into a single ring. Both were made alike. So there was 8 frames and 16 silver bases, 2 under each frame. They also made crossbars of acacia wood, 5 of the frames on one side of the tabernacle, 5 of those on the other side, and 5 for the frames on the west, at the far end of the tabernacle. They made the center crossbar so that it extended from end to end at the middle of the frames. They overlaid the frames with gold and made gold rings to hold the crossbars. They also overlaid the crossbars with gold. They made the curtain of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn and finely twisted linen, with cherubim worked into it by a skilled craftsman. They made 4 posts of acacia wood for it and overlaid them with gold. They made gold hooks for them and cast their 4 silver bases. For the entrance to the tent, they made a curtain of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn and the finely twisted linen, the work of an embroiderer. And they made 5 posts with hooks for them. They overlaid the tops of the posts and their bands with gold and made their 5 bases of bronze. Yeah, it was about the tabernacle, all the details, and I'm saying nothing, just reading it, and maybe I will find a picture or something if someone was thinking about this. But it's very nice to make a project, and yeah, to make a project, but leave it like it says. I mean, without putting our fingerprint into that, because we really don't know how it looked like, but we can make an image, but not exactly image, because the exact image, it was that image. So yeah. That was the chapter. What we can learn from here is, if it's more than enough, we can say stop, and not being person who gather, yeah. And we see that the Israeli people were very happy to help. It was a project and they were all involved, and they had that attitude of, wow, I want to contribute too, and I want to, wow, and they didn't stop. But they get they gave offering too much offerings. Okay. May the God bless me, protect me, and delight me in the next chapter too. And if He wants, you will see me there too. God bless you all, and goodbye.